If you don't manage your time, time will manage you. Time management is essential because it prevents procrastination, and you get more done in less time. Another benefit is that it reduces stress and anxiety because when everything is planned, you free your mind up for being in the present. Make sure to watch the video till the end because the last key will be the most important for effective time management. Without it, everything else is almost useless. But let's get straight to the video and to the 10 keys to time management. Number 1. Start your day early. When you wake up early, you already have a competitive advantage over everyone else. Successful people know this, and most take full advantage of it by waking up early to care for their bodies and minds. The early morning is the best time of the day to take some time for yourself to exercise or to meditate free of any distractions. Being free of distractions also allows you to tackle the most critical tasks first and complete them as soon as possible. The easiest way to be consistent in waking up early is to include something that you like in your morning routine, like reading an inspiring book or watching an inspiring video. This time of the day is also perfect for journaling, planning, and visualizing how you can make the most out of the day and take some steps towards your goals. Number 2. Break your tasks into small chunks. Whatever you're trying to achieve, break the goal into smaller chunks, and then do it again. When you have a series of tiny steps, you make it easier for your mind to accept a new task. But what if a task is too big to be broken down? In that case, you can still divide the task into multiple sessions. An example of how this is done is the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, take a break for 5 minutes, and then repeat. Of course, there's more to the method than just this, but this is the core part. Having your goal broken down into small chunks also allows you to spread it along multiple days or weeks, so that you can take small steps in the direction of various goals each day. Number 3. Prioritize. Eisenhower matrix. When setting priorities, there are only 4 kinds of tasks. In order of importance, these are important and urgent. These are the tasks with the highest priority, and it's probably a good idea to complete them as soon as possible. Important and not urgent. These tasks should be scheduled, and it's crucial to immediately decide when you will complete them. These are the kind of tasks that most people postpone, not aware of how important it is to take care of them even if they're not urgent. Not important and urgent. Most people are masters at dealing with these kinds of tasks while ignoring everything else. Instead, the best thing to do in this case is to delegate the tasks, but more on this later in the video. Not important and not urgent. These are the tasks that can be postponed indefinitely. A good time to deal with them is your free time. If they're not worth your free time, then forget them. Number 4. Spend less time prioritizing and more time doing. In the previous point, we talked about prioritizing, but you can also take it way too far. That's why I keep it very simple and to the point. A couple years ago, I had to take a manager role, so I started studying time management. But soon, I found myself spending more time prioritizing than actually tackling my to-do list. And so that list kept increasing and started requiring more and more time to maintain and prioritize. So you have to find a balance. And always remember that the final goal is to do more things and better in less time. Make sure to have a defined time for planning and prioritizing, and to dedicate at least 90% of your time to actually doing the tasks. So, if you spend 30 minutes planning and prioritizing, then dedicate at least 4 hours to the work that needs to be done. Number 5. Delegate. When we think about delegating, we immediately think about our hard-earned cash leaving our pockets. But a much wiser way to think about it is this: what is your time worth? For example, let's say you can easily make $20 per hour. Well then, every task that you can delegate for cheaper is a good task to delegate. And if you think you can do everything better than everyone else, then you might be wrong. And even if you're not wrong, remember that the best tasks to delegate are the ones that are urgent but not important. So, even if the result is not as perfect as you wish, it probably won't really matter that much. So start each day by making a list of all the things that you can delegate, and then see if you can do that for cheaper than what your time is worth. Websites like Fiverr and Upwork allow you to find freelancers with tons of expertise and excellent reviews that will do almost anything for you at a very good price. This will free up your time to do what really matters for your business. Number 6. Make planning a part of your routine. You can make all the effort in the world to plan, prioritize, and organize everything to perfection. Still, if you don't make planning part of your routine, sooner or later you'll forget to do something very important that you scheduled for another day. This is why it's important to dedicate at least 5 or 10 minutes of your day to reviewing your plans and modifying them as needed. Even better if you can dedicate 2 times a day to it, one in the morning and one in the evening. When you plan in the evening, you're allowing your mind to be free of worries, so you can rest much better and feel much more energetic when you wake up. And then, in the morning, you'll look at your plans and maybe modify them based on what your mind elaborated when you were sleeping. This will also give you a fresh view of what you need to accomplish that day. Number 7. Add buffers for distractions and interruptions. When you start planning everything out, it can be very addictive, and you might find yourself filling your day with many different activities back to back without interruptions. This is not ideal because the powerful feeling you get when you plan this way can soon become overwhelming when you're in the middle of the day and are 30 minutes late on a task. And then the next step is you fall off track and stop planning altogether. So make sure to add buffers during your day and even buffer days during your week. Buffers also give you time to take more prolonged breaks when needed, be it a half-an-hour walk or a day off. They'll provide you with the peace of mind you'll need to react to emergencies and other stuff to do that various people in your life will throw at you when they know you're a super efficient time management fanatic. We'll talk more about this later in the video. Number 8. Take some breaks. It isn't easy to keep focused if you never take a break, so make sure to take breaks during the day regularly. The Pomodoro technique suggests that you work for 25 minutes and then rest for 5 minutes. Then after 4 cycles, you can take a more extended break, 15 to 20 minutes. But feel free to experiment with this. As far as I know, most people are very effective at working for longer amounts of time before taking a break. It depends both on the person and on the difficulty of the task. If you work at a desk, it's important to leave it when you take a break. Get up, take a 5 minutes walk, take a short nap, or meditate, but stop staring at books or at the screen and change position. Number 9. Focus on one task at a time. Studies show that people cannot multitask, and when they try to do it, the quality of the work gets worse very quickly. It also promotes chronic distraction and procrastination. Instead, set your priorities right and then tackle one task at a time. When you stop multitasking, your creativity is free to shine in whatever you do. Why? Because you feel more relaxed, and your creativity is at its best when you are in this state. Stop multitasking and your productivity will increase as much as 5 times. Try and see for yourself. Number 10. Learn to say no. When you become more efficient with your time, you'll be tempted to say yes to everything and everyone. Don't make this mistake. Actually, start practicing from now on to casually answer, "No, I can't," or at least "I'll let you know if I can." And not only you have to learn to say no to other people, but you also have to learn to say no to yourself and to the new shiny objects that come your way. This is probably the most critical key to time management. Without it, no matter how efficient you become, you'll never have enough time. And you have to accept that time will never be enough to do everything you want and everything that other people want you to do. So learning to say no is actually learning to accept that we must fully appreciate what we decide to do and not to do, and stop acting like we can do everything and have unlimited time. In conclusion, these are the 10 keys to time management. 1. Start your day early. 2. Break your tasks into small chunks. 3. Prioritize. 4. Spend less time prioritizing and more time doing. 5. Delegate. 6. Make planning a part of your routine. 7. Add buffers for distractions and interruptions. 8. Take some breaks. 9. Focus on one task at a time. 10. Learn to say no. Please like and subscribe if you want to be notified about more videos like this in the future. And make sure to watch this video, which will reveal how to easily focus. And I'll see you in the next video.